There we have it. In the last video you may remember a piece of wood getting glued and being all clamped in, and it's now become a real longboard, and quite a nice looking one. That's the Churchill ST6 template, a little bit shorter because my wood was shorter, and I didn't actually make the plywood myself. In this case I just took what you probably should never do, a single piece of plywood and made out of poplar. So soft wood, not very strong, and I didn't glue all these together. It's 5-ply, but it's just a piece of from a ceiling. And then to make it stronger, because poplar would just break, in fact it does just break if you stand on it, I took these from a bed. So these used to be the springy part of a bed before you put the mattress on, the planks that go across. Glued those on. I also screwed them on. After I glued them for 36 hours, I screwed them in, and it looks pretty cool actually with the screws there. Drop through trucks, got the right word now, and basically varnished it once. At the moment there's no grip on the deck, but I'll get to the grip and get to the deck in a second. I also tried to give it a good finish here. I noticed it makes a huge difference if you sand things down nicely. Yeah, as I say, the deck is actually smooth at the moment. There's no grip or anything on it. I've been investigating different possibilities. One idea I came up with and tried, which I hadn't read anywhere on the internet, was basically sand and wood glue. And I tried it out on this piece of broken board here. That's just sort of sandpit sand, unwashed, with wood glue. Very easy. You just pour them both on the wood and mix them together, and then scrape it out with a scraper. Something like that. Very dark, you can't really see the wood through it. Then I washed the sand a few times, and it gets a little bit better. You still can't really see the wood through it. Here I went over it with white paint. Just a few tests. This is actually a test with varnish. Varnish seems to work fairly okay. If you rub it a bit, the sand does come away, but I guess something will remain behind and give you a grip. So you can actually just varnish a board, put sand on, wait for it to dry, and varnish over it again. This board I actually did with washed sand and glue, and the effect is quite terrible actually. I mean, in terms of functionality, probably works pretty well, but it's just damn ugly. Partly that's because the wood is very dark underneath and very patchy, and it's showing through. This was actually an old crappy 80s board, and I sawed it into a cool shape. And then I actually removed 2 layers of the veneer with a chisel because it was just so ugly and I couldn't get the deck off. So this is like a cool little penny or whatever you want to call it. Got a nice kick at the back. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to scrape all this crud off, and I'm going to stick on sandpaper. Nice colour. And stick that all on there, maybe in some sort of design. So that's my adventures in sand as a grip. I suppose you could actually go over it with white paint and get this. This is where I did one strip of white paint. You could go over the whole board with that. Next thing I made is a glove. So you'll probably find on YouTube instructions on how to make a glove. Basically you cut some patches out of a chopping board, called pucks. Don't try to use a real hockey puck though, because that's very soft and doesn't slide on road. This is hard like nylon, and basically you cut them into shapes, polish them down a bit, and then you scafe them up a bit with a chisel, make them very rough, and that's the side you glue down with a hot glue gun. In this case I don't have a hot glue gun, but I just used the sticks, chop them into little slices. That works quite well actually if you chop them into little circles and put them all over the place here, and then you use a hot air gun, one of these babies. It's kind of like a hairdryer. So that's going to be the glove, the longboard glove. It cost about $50 in the shop, and the chopping board cost me $5. and the gloves cost me $5, so that's a good deal. Yeah, so that's my adventures in longboard making. It's really fun, and I'm going to keep on making boards. I've got some wood lying around. I'm going to try out some new designs, some radical designs.